Don has a topic for us to discuss.
Again? Oh, no.
Yeah. What happened?
Yeah.
Is this a failure?
It's another failure, yeah.
Maybe it's a success.
I don't know.
Depends on how you look at it.
Right. Might be a success for somebody.
Let's get failure.
The topic today is soul scam. I talked about souls last time.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, this is failure number 68, if you're keeping track.
That means the next one is going to be about sex.
Okay. I can work that in. All right.
That's what she's...
So the concept of a soul is nonsensical at best. I talked last time about how ensoulment could not be jiggered to make any sense at all. And today I'm going to talk about the soul-based money-making scam used by religions. And it's a protection racket. Dennis DeLubay has this wonderful quote, "Nice eternal soul you have there. It'd be a shame if something bad happened to it." So you pay money to the religion to protect your soul from, well, that evil monster God. He's the guy that wants to do something bad to your soul. If you don't tithe and obey, God will torture your soul for all eternity. And furthermore, you are at great risk for this due to the concept of original sin. And so it's the same God of love that's supposed to come to your aid in times of need, also through tithing. So God is both the carrot and the stick, and you can buy your way to codependence for only 10% of your income. Isn't it such a deal?
10% plus, and it depends on which church, but yeah.
Yep. So that's what the word tithe means. But the soul is just nonsense. When you die, there won't be anything left of you for God to torture, so the threat is completely empty. The scam is a classic case of breaking someone's leg to sell them a crutch. You have no need for the services that the church will allegedly provide.
It's worse than that, though.
Yes. Go ahead.
Because if you actually broke somebody's leg to sell them a crutch, I mean, they got a broken leg. And this is kind of like the religion poisons you and then offers you a cure. But I pointed out that it's like religion convinces you you're poisoned when you're not and then gives you the homeopathic remedy. Right. So it'd be like telling you your leg's broken so you'll buy this invisible crutch.
Right.
See how much better you walk once you have that invisible crutch?
Right.
It's perfect.
Right. And, of course, the church doesn't want spiritual money payable after death. They want the real cash every week. Pay your protection, sucker. So here's how we know it's a scam. There is no attempt, I'm going to look at various groups here, there's no attempt to preach the gospel to animals. The reason is that you can't convince an animal that they're going to be tortured in hell, and there's no money to be made there. And, it's debatable whether the dogma says animals are going to go to heaven or not, but it's going to be an awfully boring place with only people. There's no attempt to preach the gospel to those with intellectual disabilities. You don't see sanitariums crawling with missionaries. And those people don't have money either, it turns out. So there's maybe that's the reason. There's no, is there an attempt to preach the gospel to those who are young? Yes, the religions try to indoctrinate the young, but they are generally not threatened with torture because only a dick would do something like that.
Yeah.
How about attempting to preach the gospel to miscarried fetuses? Well, yeah, please tell grieving mothers that their beloved baby is going to be tortured. And again, only a dick would do such a thing. What about unimplanted embryos? Well, last time we talked about how half of the fertilized embryos don't implant. So surely are a lot of them.
But those embryos are failures, and they don't deserve having their soul protected.
Right. And we don't see ministers trolling the sewers because that's presumably where they end up to trying to save them or something. And again, there's no money to be made there either. What about people on their deathbed? Oh, my goodness, yes. There's money to be made scaring people who are near death. What about the investment in the homeless and downtrodden? That one's interesting. So it is a brilliant financial strategy. You're investing in the bottom. They are at their bottom, and they can only go up from there. And then you can claim the credit for God and get the rewards from them as they become more successful in life. And that's a good way to bind people to the religion. Thankfully, there are getting to be a lot of secular charities without these strings attached. So we see that the efforts of the religious are not where the souls are to be saved, but they are directed precisely where there's money to be made. And that's how we know it's a scam. And the soul is just a silly concept used by religions to make money and control people. You don't have a soul and you don't need the protection they're selling, and it's just a faith-based scam.
On those areas, and I know somebody will be like, oh, wait a minute, no, it's pointless. You couldn't actually convince a fetus, or, oh, we do these things where there's no money involved at all. Yes, but while that does happen, you haven't removed the motivation, because if you show people that you're doing this for good, then the people who you're trying to get money out of it are more likely to buy into it anyway. Mm-hmm. It's kind of like, hey, I'll give you a free dose.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Here you go. String you along.
Let's go and take some calls.
All righty.